It is Wednesday, so we're going to head to the new zoo right here in our area.
Neil Anderson joins us live this morning from Swamico. Hi, Neil.
Hey, good morning. Well, I wish we had good news, you know, like the little lion cubs, but, you know, unfortunately, I mean, we're out here with our female moose. You can see this is Matilda. And about a week ago from this past Sunday, Dave, our 7.5-year-old male moose who's been on exhibit for several years out here, he had been dealing with an abscess tooth. And we had over the years worked on him. We've had dentists out here as well as veterinarians, and we did a lot of work on his teeth. But unfortunately, especially with moose, getting back to the back teeth is very, very difficult. So over the years, we've been dealing with his abscess, and what would happen is, you know, he'd really abscess through the side of his jaw, and he kept dealing with that type of infection. So we have courses of antibiotics throughout the years, and, you know, and with that, you're just kind of really building up a resistance to the antibiotics, and you eventually have to go ahead and go in and work on the tooth. So we did it Sunday. We had 4 veterinarians out here working on Dave. It was about a 4-hour procedure. Now that's a long procedure, obviously for a large animal as well, but what they basically had to do is they had to go and do a root canal through underneath the jaw. So you basically have to open the side up, and you've got to pull that tooth and everything out and then seal the jaw. So that was a very difficult procedure. So that happened Sunday. He kind of came through that, looked pretty good. Monday morning when we came in, Dave was just basically laying out in an area within his bullpen, sitting up but couldn't get up. And kind of one of the things that we feared is he may be dealing with a capture myopathy issue. And that's a real issue, especially when you're talking like cervage, your deer family, and other animals, is that during either a restraint procedure or in this case sedation, that what you may end up getting is you may end up getting a what we call white muscle disease, and it's a buildup of lactic acid in the actual muscle, and what it does is start breaking the muscle down. So we kind of feared that that was happening because his muscle, his back leg was stiff, wasn't really working, and that's not a good thing, and it's really something that you really have to be careful with. And it's very difficult to even deal with after. And what we ended up doing is we knew that, you know, he couldn't get up, so we ended up giving him about 6 bags of IV fluids, hoping that you're going to go ahead and break down that lactic acid. And, you know, that's just kind of a last-ditch effort. And eventually what happens is an animal like that will end up going into basically into shock, because you're breaking down that muscle. You're breaking down even the pigment in the muscle, and it becomes hard on the rest of the systems as well. But you know what's interesting with that too is that's an evolutionary response with predators and prey. Like a prey animal like the moose, predators would run an animal around like that. They're not used to running around or anything, or just to get that type of lactic acid buildup in the muscle, and then it basically freezes the animal up, and it's a predator-prey thing that's gone over many years. But one of the things with this is once you do get that lactic acid buildup, and you know the thing you can do, it's basically when you're switching from aerobic to anaerobic, and we had supportive oxygen therapy in there, but it's just something that could happen, you know, if you're tranquilized animal. It happens to a lot of different species of animals, but cervids are very sensitive to that.
Yeah, some sad news, Neil, but thanks for filling us in on that. And we'll check back with you next hour. It looks beautiful out there at the zoo with the colors and everything.
It looks like it's going to be a beautiful week, and you know the other thing is we've got the big tower out here. You can come out and check the leaves out on the reforestation camp right next to the zoo as well.
Very true. Thanks, Neil. See ya.
Sounds good.